It's very pathetic. It's shameful, and it has a demonstration of ingratitude from the government and people of Nigeria. They are ungrateful to the police. The police officers men who are protecting have served the country for 35 years, gave their whole life. Policing is not easy in a country like Nigeria, which is a developing country. A police officer is alienated from his family, alienated from the people, and the people he serves. Right? Both the government and the people he serves are not the one that are tormenting him. It is sinful. It is criminal. Because even the Bible says a worker is entitled to his wages. A policeman is on duty 24 hours. You're on bed with your husband, you're on bed with your wife, you're living with your family, you'll be called this emergency, there's a crisis, you leave your family and go to attend to some other person's problem. It's a problem-solving job. It is a problem which you did not create. And when you solve this problem for the society, right now the society appreciating you. Society is now, you're being impoverished. It's inhuman. It is immoral. And in fact, the police are not supposed to protest in line with our ethics, but the government are taking the police for granted. No police officer works less than 12 hours in a day. He's not paid extra one for extra hours. But other institutional agencies, if you work more than 8 hours, you'll be paid allowance for doing that. But no policeman is being paid this. And working under very hard conditions. No good accommodation, no good offices, no good logistics, no good salary. There's already the worst in the worst in the whole world. The poorest paid is a security agency in the world. The police here are not being appreciated by the government and people of this country. It's unfortunate. It's very pathetic. But I thank God that the Nine National Assembly is up to its responsibility to liberate the police from this punitive pension scheme. This is a protective pension scheme that the bill has gone to second reading. I want to commend the National Assembly for this initiative, for taking a bold stand to salvage the situation. What is discipline? Discipline is doing the right thing. That's discipline. Discipline is doing the right thing under the law, before morally and spiritually. That's what discipline is all about. Laws are based on moral principles of justice, of equity, of fairness, of truthfulness. Is it right and just to impoverish people who have served you with passion and dedication? So it's discipline for the fact that they should be disciplined for should be exploited. This is exploitation. So it's a discipline force, and that's their protests were very peaceful. They didn't attack anybody. They didn't attack any vehicle or anybody in the public. They only carried placards. Very, very peaceful. And the law, our constitution, the ground norm, allows people to make peaceful protests to demonstrate the principle of fair hearing. So I think I'm happy that it's the rightful thing. They've done the right thing, and they know that retirement is inevitable for any serving police officer, any public servant. Those who are in the service, they don't want to retire. So they should also give these officers who have retired, give them the support to ensure the bill goes through and that the right thing is being done. I don't know why they are reluctant, but I think equity is fairness. So let's go for the good agenda. The police are also serving the country, the military. Military leaders are assertive. Military leaders always think about the best for their men. But unfortunately, some police leaders are not assertive. Because I don't know why they have no cause. But the present IG is so sympathetic about the situation. President IG is bent on seeing that the right thing is done. But unfortunately, that some previous IGs have not fought the battle the way it ought to be fought, like the military fought their battle for themselves. Equity protect the weak, they are not the indolent. If you sleep over a right, equity not come to their aid. If you sleep over a right, equity not come to their aid. The police slept over their right, and that was why they are solving what their leaders allowed the police to sleep over their right. But now that the present IG has said no, the right thing has to be done, and I'm happy that the National Assembly also, they want to do the right thing, to make sure that justice prevails, make sure the police officers get what they deserve. Corruption be classed as a sense of reasoning, a sense of judgment. Corruption is when you are oppressed by corruption, you don't do the right thing, Igbo man says, Nkiruka, that the future is greater. Retirement is inevitable for any public servant, whether in the police, the military, or any public service. You're bound to retire. And any position in your power is transient. You want to leave that power, leave that office to be retired. Nobody prays to die in the job. So if anybody who does that, I think even God himself will be happy with you. But I don't think any officer of with a rightful mind will want to obstruct or work against what the police actually deserve, so or to obstruct or hinder the removal of the police from this oppressive and exploitative pension scheme. Yeah, I think, like I said, the Nigerian, the government and people of this country have not appreciated the value of what the police is doing. It's to what the role of the police in nation building, what the police in promoting stability and the peace and security of this country. The police, the poorest paid, like I said earlier, to the best of my knowledge, in the whole world, Nigerian police force, they're the poorest paid. And that is because I think to a large extent is also the role of our leaders, the party leaders, some party leaders have not been able to fight to put give the police what they deserve. They feel that the policemen, they don't complain. They feel that police have no problem. They have problem. They are just keeping silent. I think it's the right time the police leadership should also stand up and let's ensure that officers and men get what they deserve in line with their counterparts in other services in other climes. They should be patient. I'm sure a patient that would say eat the fattest bone. The present government is sensitive. I'm sure Mr. President will listen to the plight of the police officers, and because no government cannot perform without the police. Police is an inevitable institution in any part of the world. You cannot do that seeing a policeman in one day. So the police are an indispensable institution that they cannot do without the police. So the government should ensure the police are well motivated and well funded and well empowered to perform optimally. And I want to also commend the retired officer for taking the courage to cry out. And like I said earlier, equity protect the vigilance, not the end of the line. It's people by equity don't come to their aid. So now that they've come and they say they will not sleep over our right any longer. So I want to commend them, but I wish I let them carry out this thing peacefully without causing any damage